Alright. Where am I? I'm not gonna waste my time with these side quests. Probably can finish these. But we got to do this. And gather the army. Storm Talons would really be better for her. What she have?
I'm to keep this, am I? Fine. I'm to keep this, am I? Fine.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes.
Will you stop eating?
I'm hungry.
Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road. Warden senses tingling. This should be easy enough. As you wish. On it. Let's get started. This should be easy enough. Right. On it. Let's get started.
You will learn to fear me! Make a return!
On it. Right. This should be easy enough. Ha! Right.
Wonderful.
On it. Only one shall stand! Let's get started. Down with you! On it.
Trap right ahead. Trap right ahead.
Of course.
Trap right ahead. It's done.
Where to?
As you wish. Right, it's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me!
Allow me. I could do that for you. What now? Just like you wanted.
I think next time I play this, I'm probably gonna play mage.
Ask me anything. What's next? It's done.
Swing and stab! Swing and stab!
Alright.
Hail, Grey Warden.
Most of us have never left the clan before for any reason. There's so many people, and yet somehow they all seem strangers to one another.
The King sends his greetings, Grey Warden. The clans of Orzammar will be ready to fight against the Blight.
Based on Dwarven tradition, will they be allowed back? That's the real question. Hopefully.
I understand you've acquired all the allies you could. That's good. We can call the Landsmeet if you are ready. I would prefer not giving Loghain time to consider, but it is up to you. I do not wish to go to Denerim unless you are with me. Excellent. I shall make the arrangements. Let us be off to Denerim, and may the Maker watch over us. Denerim is the heart and soul of Ferelden. It was the city of King Calenhad, the birthplace of Andraste. As stubborn as a Mabari, and as good to have on your side. If we defeat Loghain here, the rest of the nation will follow us. By calling the Landsmeet, I've struck the first blow. The advantage, for the moment, is ours. He will have little choice but to show himself, to oppose us directly. He will strike back at us. The only question that remains is how soon. Loghain, this is an honor, that the Regent would find time to greet me personally.
How could I not welcome a man so important as to call every lord in Ferelden away from his estates while a blight claws at our land.
The Blight is why I'm here. With Cailan dead, Ferelden must have a king to lead it against the Darkspawn.
Ferelden has a strong leader. Its queen. And I lead her armies. Ah, the Grey Warden recruit. I thought we might meet again. You have my sympathies on what happened to your order. It is unfortunate that they chose to turn against Ferelden. You should curb your tongue. This is my city, and no safe place to speak treason. For anyone. There is talk that your illness left you feeble, Eamon. Some worry that you may no longer be fit to advise Ferelden.
Illness? Why not call your poison by its true name? Not everyone at the Landsmeet will cast aside their loyalties as easily as you and these sycophants.
How long you've been gone from court, Eamon? Don't you recognize Rendon Howe, Arl of Amaranthine and Terran of Highever?
And current Arl of Denerim, after Urien's unfortunate fate at Ostagar. Truly, it is an embarrassment of riches.
This man.
You have no rights. Your family surrendered them when I revealed them to be traitors to the king.
You are either very bold or very stupid to threaten the Tern before witnesses.
Enough, Calthrian. This is not the time or place. I had hoped to talk you down from this rash course, Eamon. Our people are frightened. Our king is dead. Our land is under siege. We must be united now if we are to endure this crisis. Your own sister, Queen Rowan, fought tirelessly to see Ferelden restored. Would you see her work destroyed? You divide our nation and weaken our efforts against the Blight, with your selfish ambitions to the throne. Cailan depended on the Grey Warden's prowess against the Darkspawn, and look how well that ended. Let us speak of reality rather than tall tales. Stories will not save us.
I cannot forgive what you've done, Loghain. Perhaps the Maker can, but not I. Our people deserve a king of the Theron bloodline. Alistair will be the one to lead us to victory in this blight.
Oh, is that all I have to do? No pressure.
The Emperor of Orlais also thought I could not bring him down. Expect no more mercy than I showed him. There is nothing I would not do for my homeland.
Well, that was bracing. I didn't expect Loghain to show himself quite so soon.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Maker knows. Perhaps he's gone mad. I would have imagined pigs would fly before Loghain MacTyr would turn against our king.
Yeah. It's not that hard to turn against the king. That's why we don't use those systems anymore.
My sister married King Merrick while he was still in exile. At that time, he and Loghain were inseparable. The wild prince who'd never seen the inside of a castle and the farmer's son. When Loghain joined Merrick's rebels, he was just a raw-boned boy. But he got on one knee to swear that he would see Ferelden free or die trying. And conspires with a blood mage to poison me. It is a bitter dose to taste. The Chantry speaks truly about the corruption of power. If a man like Loghain could go and do this, I would never have believed he would do anything but what was best for Ferelden. We need eyes and ears in the city. Loghain has been here for months. The roots of all his schemes must begin here. The sooner we find them, the better we can turn them to our advantage. Go have a look around and see what you can turn up. Better yet, find the nobles who have arrived for the Landsmeet. Test the waters. See how many will support us. When you're ready to talk strategy, come upstairs to my sitting room. We can lay out our plans for the Landsmeet then.
I try not to talk while other people are talking, so I don't know if you can hear me at all right now, but getting my old headset, I taped it up. I'm gonna start using that. It actually works.
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas. What say you?
By all means.
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
I hope all the accommodations are to your liking, Warden. Please let me know if anything is troubling you.
So many visitors, so many chamber pots to clean. Oh, if they keep tracking mud up here, it's going to take a month to get it all out.
Do I got enough? Got enough love letters. Bring 12. $11.
Is it true there's a prince among the Arls?
So many visitors, so many chamber pots.
Is it true there's a prince among the Arls visitors?
Yes, Alistair.
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability.
Nothing left.
Can't talk now, sir. Mistress Agatha would have my eye.
Dinner's not ready yet, and don't ask. It'll be served when it's done, and that's that. Now, shoo, out of my kitchen.
Okay. Jeez.
Helena, how many times I gotta tell you before it make it through that pointy skull? Bank the coals at night, or the stew don't cook.
Right here, old pal. What about? All right. Aye, all right then.
His lordship sends no notice he's coming, and now the house is full of guests. Andraste preserve us, this will be the death of me. His lordship didn't bring Lady Isolde with him. I wonder why.
That's why you should keep the place in order, no matter what.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical. Yes, its adventures are interesting, even if the chances for success are remarkably slim. It would be better to throw oneself off a cliff, I suspect. Does it wish me to leave? I can, though I see no reason to go. No doubt. Without me, it would have to carry its inventory on its own. Perhaps we should continue. Its chances of success are small enough without further dawdling.
Excuse me, I have to dust the Earl's sitting room. No, I'm from Redcliffe. Lady Isolde brought me here to be her chambermaid last spring. I've family here, though. I beg your pardon, sir, but I really can't be seen standing about. The housekeeper will have my head. Good day.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire. What comes, my friend? We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will. And you wish to do this in front of an audience, do you? Come to think of it, I find myself no longer caring.
I don't have anything else to say.
This is not as defensible as I would like, but it will do.
What is your wish, Kadan? I am hardly surprised. To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Your farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are. Very well. As you wish.
Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable. Why don't we ensure Loghain won't have us all executed first, and worry about how to celebrate later? This is Erlina. She's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
I am here for Loghain's daughter, not for Loghain. Their interests are not so similar as they once were. The Queen, she is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him. When he returns with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself. My queen suspects she cannot trust her father. And Loghain, he is very subtle, no? But when and how, he is privy to all the secrets and not so subtle. So she goes to how? A visit from the queen to the new Earl of Denham is only a matter of courtesy. And she demands answers. He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room. King Kalen was like a son to him, and Loghain left him to die. Does he love her no more? Who can say? I think her life is in danger. I heard House say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Arl Eamon.
We may have no choice but to trust Honora. The Queen is well loved. If Loghain succeeded in pinning her death on me, I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new girls every day. A few more will not cause much stir. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my queen before anyone is the wiser. I will go ahead to House Estate. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Okay.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away. Of course.
Indeed.
Who should I take?
Yes. Vashaden.
Blood and damnation.
Yes.
Yes.
What exactly are you drinking, my fine dwarven friend?
You can't have any.
Do not worry. The stench is worse than your feet.
What are you doing smelling my feet, huh? Is that some Antivan perversion?
It is difficult not to smell your feet. Perhaps in Antiva.
Now you're beginning to sound like Bronca.
Well, she must have been a dwarf with astoundingly clean feet.
All right. There we go. You can hear me now? Had to get my old headset. It's falling apart. But the mic still works. Excellent. I gotta get me another Xbox headset. The one I use works. The other one is like what is it, Turtle Beach headset. Works good with sound and whatnot, but it doesn't do well for streaming. I feel like it's just for basic gaming, not on stream. But my Xbox headset, which is the old one that's falling apart, the mic still works, so I guess I'm gonna have to keep streaming with this one until I can find another one just like it. Alright. Alright. I wanna wrap up Zagran's
What say you?
storyline at some point. Hopefully I can. Just keep the sword and shield on.
I am yours. All complete.
Okay, Zagran, let's shout a bit. Is this it?
Watch out, trap there. Watch out, trap there.
Yep, this is it.
And so here is the mighty Grey Warden at long last. The crows send their greetings once again.
So they sent you, Taliesin. Or did you volunteer for the job?
I volunteered, of course. When I heard that the great Zevran had gone rogue, I simply had to see it for myself.
Is that so? Well, here I am, in the flesh.
You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you. It's not too late. Come back and we'll make up a story. Anyone can make a mistake.
And I'm not about to let that happen.
What? You've gone soft.
I'm sorry, my old friend, but the answer is no. I'm not coming back. And you should have stayed in Antiva.
Enemies approaching!
Yeah, it's time to die.
Now for my favorite part! I did it for a good fight!
You had it coming!
What's happening to Wynn here? Where is she?
Nothing but excitement.
On your gun! Now we play a little. That's why! No mercy. For blood and glory! For blood and glory! Sharp slap. What a job.
And there it is. Taliesin is dead. and I am free of the crows. They will assume that I am dead along with Taliesin. So long as I do not make my presence known to them, they will not seek me out.
He will later because he's just gonna start doing his own assassination contracts and they're gonna find out he's still alive, so what's the point of mentioning that?
I do not know. It seems I have options now, whereas once I had none. I have enjoyed our company, but I am wondering if it is not time for me to leave. That would be the practical thing to do, no? There is a freedom awaiting me that I have never known. But I suppose the decision is yours. Will you let me go?
Don't you want to stay for the treasure?
All right. You make a convincing argument. You do seem to stumble onto treasure on a regular basis somehow. Let us return to the task at hand, then. There is still much to be done, yes?
Right. Well, glad we took care of that.
To come back tomorrow. No, the carpenter's craft all.
The servant's entrance is on the other side of the house. We must slip past this crowd to reach it. We will have to be very careful. Al-How is inside. Yes, and wherever he goes, a great many guards go with him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take him out. Good, I was hoping I'd get the chance to see him.
I beg you, do not put my lady in danger. For your revenge, we must get her
Nobody
out
cares
first.
about your lady. Okay? Nobody cares about your lady.
The estate is in poor repair. The new owl, he has not been very prompt in paying his workmen. I will be right behind you.
Nor will the stonemasons. It's been a month since we've seen so much as a coin of house for our work. His lordship is much engaged with the region. He will hear your complaints as soon as he has the time. You're wasting your breath.
And where will that be?
Someone's creeping around down there. Go check it out.
Enemies approaching. This should be easy enough. On it. Let's get started. Right. Let's get started.
I would be scared to be the archer, seeing my people get killed, now everybody running at them. I would have been done. I would have been done otherwise.
Shall we compete for points?
On it.
Trying to figure out how literally no one cares about Anora. Right. That's why I'm here. I want Hal. That's 100% the reason why I'm here. I mean, I open Anora's door, and then she can get out of here, and then I'm here to handle my business. Someone's coming.
We should replace the water in that fountain with ale. It's just an idea.
Okay. Interesting. Why are they growing pumpkins here? Do they make pumpkin pie? I do like pumpkin pie. It's like the only thing I really care about when it comes to pumpkins. I don't really make jack-o'-lanterns, but I do eat pumpkin pie. And I know my mom can make something from scratch. I probably should learn how to do that. Or I just get the one from the can, Libby's. It's probably the best kind. I don't know why I'm talking about pumpkin pie.
But you must move quickly.
Why bother? There are only 2 of them.
More guards patrol every hour. If they find these 2 missing, they will know... How you say... Something is amiss.
Okay. Wait, we need to put on our disguises.
Hurry! My lady does not have much time.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all prepared? I will go distract the guards.
Okay. You know, if you get the uniforms, what good are the uniforms if they won't get us inside?
These 2 know who is allowed to come and go. They will not be fooled. But the uniform should work on most of those inside.
I'm not a big fan of pumpkin. I really prefer apple. Yeah, a lot of people do. At Thanksgiving, it's me and my nephew, one of my nephews. We are the only one who eat pumpkin pie. So we usually have one whole pumpkin pie to split between the 2 of us. But I like it. I'm still willing to pay for the ingredients to get it. Just so I can have it.
I will lure them into the courtyard.
Once a
Wait
year.
in the bushes.
I also eat it, the concrete mixers at Culver's when they have them in the winter. The pumpkin ones. Salted caramel pumpkin. And it's pretty good. Oh, she said wait in the bushes. Wait, where's the bushes again? Here we go.
Oh, you must come. I saw something. By the fountain. I think it was a darkspawn.
Darkspawn?
They will drag us all underground to be eaten.
Should we call for help?
Did you fall off a cart full of stupid? Call for help? So they can see us act like scared little girls because of some knife-eared wench?
They will eat us all alive.
Wow.
Please get help.
If there is something out there and we don't sound the alarm, we'll look worse than scared.
And drast these holy knickers. Fine, we'll check the courtyard, if it'll keep you from wetting yourself. But there's nothing there.
Thank you. Oh, it was over here. Quickly.
I can go in there. Wasn't it a chest over here somewhere? Chest down here.
I knew it would be easy.
Oops. Did I get anything? I already had that. I remember when I first started this game, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make sure I make poisons. And then I barely did it. Here, let's make some venom. And there we go. My Grey Warden can make stuff too. But what about ingredients? Wing can make potions, can't she? Oh yeah, I need a flask.
I think not.
Ah, it took me forever to be rid of those two. You must be careful now. The servants, they will not look closely at anyone in uniform. All guards are alike to a cook, no? But you should not draw attention to yourself. Most of the guards are new. They will not know you for a stranger at a glance. It is best you keep your distance from all of them and try to blend in.
Sure.
She's in the guest room of the main hall. Andraste, guide us.
This kitchen is a disgrace. How did the old Arl servants ever cook anything in here?
No one ever said the Kendalls had any cooks.
For Andraste's sake, don't speak ill of the dead.
This roast is going to be charred on one side.
There's no help for it. We'll just trim it and feed the scraps to the dogs.
Hmm.
Slade and fetch me the celery root from the larder. Well, the late dinner will begin.
Yes, ma'am.
The captain likes you. I heard him talking to the chamberlain.
Hush, son. Don't spread tales. What did he say?
House where the whole family got killed. I say Hal ought to level the thing and build a new one. He'd have to knock down every place he owns had.
Sorry, ma'am. Tell me after dinner.
Hal's too cheap to buy it. Cook's probably roasting the elk. Broken.
Wasn't there supposed to be some poison in here somewhere? Or did I get it?
Yes, ma'am.
I wouldn't know. I picked things up.
How did the old Arl servants ever cook anything in here?
For Andraste's sake, don't speak ill of the dead.
Nah, never mind.
Charred on
We must be cautious here. My lady's life depends upon it. After you.
Huh. I didn't know you can give the disguises back to her. And just waste everybody?
Try spending a few nights in a castle full of corpses sometime. Maker's breath. And the village. If you could kill men by hating them, we'd all be in our graves now.
Really? He's talking about higher right now? Can't just whip the sword out and take him out, huh?
Not in the tongues of all the nations of the world may the Maker's mercy be expressed. Before the light, words become the clattering of pebbles on the mountain side. Before the light, all the mysteries of the ages become as leaves scattering in the wind. I may win great battles before men.
It is
I
done.
may do great works of charity and
Yes,
compassion.
Luton. Don't need the
I
potter's
may give
praying.
myself over to the flames. Without the mason.
Oh, okay.
Your wish? All complete.
Don't mind me.
I'm unable to do that.
The Grey Warden is here, my lady.
Thank the Maker. I would greet you properly, but I'm afraid we've had a setback. My host was not content with leaving me under heavy guard. He sealed the door by magic.
I mean, I can clearly see it. I don't know why I asked that.
I did not know. There were only guards here when I left. We must get her out of there.
Don't panic, Erlina. Find the mage who cast the spell. He'll most likely be at Hal's side.
Well.
Well, if he didn't know you were here, he soon will.
Yes, good. I wanted to see how anyway.
Thank you, Warden. My prayers go with you.
Tell Hal will probably be in his rooms. They're at the end of the hall, on the left.
2 birds, 1 stone. Get that save in.
Tell Hal is probably in his rooms. The last door on your left.
Nothing to loot there.
The housekeeper will hear us.
Everyone's at dinner, don't worry.
In that case, come here.
Just not bother.
Perhaps I could have a try at that. I knew it would be easy.
Don't brag. Nice. Let's go ahead and loot the treasury. House shield. Good, except for the willpower decrease. Let's try it out. Oh, it does have higher fatigue, higher defense resistance to heat and cold. Now let's stick with what I got. All right. Chest of documents. Grey Warden documents.
What? Who goes there?
I thank you for creating such distraction, stranger. I have been waiting days for the opportunity. You never hear music in the sound of a key turning in a lock until you've been imprisoned. I am Riordan, Senior Grey Warden of Jada, And you must be Duncan's last recruit. Yes, you match his description.
Where's Hal?
I saw him go into the dungeons. He may still be there.
How did Arhal capture you?
With an offer of hospitality and a poisoned chalice. I was fool enough to think Loghain didn't yet know who I was.
You didn't know you was, but they invited you in for dinner? You don't do that for regular people. So it's weird. Okay.
For the most part, attempting to hold my tongue. I was sent when we received no word from King Cailan as to the outcome at Ostagar. The king had invited all the wardens of Orlais and their support troops to join him. Then nothing.
How large of a force did you bring with you?
We had 200 wardens and 24 divisions of cavalry. The first we heard of Loghain's edict was when everyone was turned back at the border. That was when the rumor reached us that wardens were being blamed for the massacre. We finally decided it was safest to send someone alone to learn how best to fight the Blight and this regime simultaneously. As a native Ferelden, I volunteered to make the crossing.
Our team is nearly here. Will we have no help?
The other wardens won't risk their strength fighting Ferelden's civil war. If they spend themselves against Loghain, there is truly no hope. They recall accounts of the first Blight, how many cities fell. If Ferelden is too foolish to save itself, at least we'll be ready when the Archdemon leads its forces further. Besides, I hear you haven't been doing badly at raising an army yourself. But perhaps if the edict can be lifted, I will send a message as soon as we are gone from this place.
Are these your papers?
Yes, these are my records. The names of the dead I could recognize at Ostagar. What I could find of Duncan's own recruitment records. Copies of the joining ritual I rescued from our Denerim vault. Those should never be seen by any outside eyes, but I trust in their encryption.
Joining ritual, can you induct other wardens?
Would that I could, for Ferelden sorely needs them. But for the joining to work, the recruit needs not only fresh Darkspawn blood, but a drop of blood preserved from an Archdemon. Ferelden's supply should have been in the vault, but it was gone. I can only imagine someone took it out and Loghain either confiscated or destroyed it. This is hardly the best place to talk. I will seek you out later, after I find a good physician. And good luck, brother.
Okay. Just left you naked in there. Okay. It's weird how Hal has a bedroom in the dungeons. People down here getting tortured.
Who goes?
Anybody tries to come in here without Hal's say-so, we get to do what we like with them. I think we finally got a bit of entertainment here, lads.
I sense something drawing near.
Trying to run?
This really gets that pumping. I think that's all of them, yes? No, I think not.
More enemies ahead.
Enemies approaching. As you wish. No quarter! Yes! It's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me. This should be easy. You had it coming. This should be easy enough. Warden senses tingling. This should be easy enough. Right. Let's get started. Let me at him! Ooh, nice sweep. This should be easy enough. Right. Show me what you got. You're getting sloppy.
It is done. All complete. It is done.
All right.
Right. This should be easy enough. You're mine! Time for some fun!
Don't leave me here. Get me out of here. That's... Was this supposed to be a lesson? Did my father think it funny to leave me for so long before sending you?
Okay. Who the heck are you?
Then my father didn't send you? I am Oswin, son of Ban Sigurd, of the Dragon's Peak Banon. If you aren't one of our soldiers, pray tell me, who should I be thanking for my rescue?
Grey Wardens. Mixing King here for the rightful King Alistair.
Marik's bastard. Then I need not question why you're here, for your friend's claim to the throne is the greatest threat to Loghain's regime. You have my heartfelt gratitude. And I assume the gratitude of the entire Dragon's Peak Banon. If my father sent no one after me, I can only assume that he does not yet know the true colors of the snakes he is allied with. But if you talk to him, I'm certain he would offer you any reward you might ask.
Well, your father sided against Loghain at the Landsmeet.
Then there is a Landsmeet after all. Hal said the Earl of Redcliffe was dead, and the Landsmeet called off. I swear, if there be any forum to speak out against Loghain, my father will be there. Now, please, I must try to get to him. I cannot see the last of this place too soon.
All right. Like to set those things in motion for later.
Golden senses tingling. As you wish. On it. That's done. Right. Plan. On it. Let's get started. As you wish.
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
This should be easy enough. On it. Here comes Margaret!
Just got an achievement. Master of Arms. Nice. Now, where is that? Pummel Strike. I do want to be able to taunt. Okay. Get those lower prison keys.
Sounding the horns for retreat. Do you hear it? Do you hear the dogs howling?
Sure. The dogs.
They said to retreat. The horns sounded and we turned, and then the screams. We rode and they screamed and screamed and... Mother, can you smell the blood? They said it was only Darkspawn. But we ate them too. They died, and we left them in the swamp. The witch. The witch!
The poor soul was obviously torn by guilt from Ostagar. Whatever they did sent him over the edge.
Yeah, he has family looking for him.
No family. No family. All friends, all daughters, all wives are dead.
Need to go home. Leave this accursed place.
Leave. Yes, leave. Find someplace safe.
Look who it is.
Oh, Maker. Oh, Maker. Oh, Maker. Oh, Maker.
Can I not talk to him?
What's on your mind? It is...
Oh, Maker.
What's on your mind?
Man, come on
now. It is no trouble.
Oh, Maker.
Let's save and try to load. Okay, let me talk to him. Can I talk to him? I don't remember. No, he doesn't really do do anything for Landsmeet, but he's one of the city elves. Open his door.
Oh, Maker.
Come on, bro.
Oh, Maker. Oh, Maker.
Your wish. It is done.
I'm missing something back here. I've been through every area. Oh.
Swear allegiance to King Cailan of Ferelden.
Oh, Maker.
Would he just leave? Even this guy. Well, I thought he was leaving. Did I miss somebody? I gotta check.
I'm unable to do that.
Guess I didn't miss anybody.
Oh, Maker.
Bro, you free. I guess you can just sit there and act like you're not. It's time to deal with this guy.
Well, well. Bryce Cousland's little boy, all grown up, and still trying to fit into Daddy's armor. I never thought you'd be fool enough to turn up here. And then, I never thought you'd live, either.
Why betray us now? My father was your friend.
A clumsy appeal, child. He was a traitor to me and a coward to his nation. Trips to Orlais, gifts from old enemies, all while I sank in obscurity. Your family squandered glory that was rightfully mine. How suitable that their deaths should raise me to the ear of a king. If you think you can take this from me, that I will allow it, you are very much mistaken.
I said,
all right, you're about to see.
Time for a little bloodletting. Not so fast. I hope I don't get blood all over me again. Right.
Come on. Where you go?
Let me at him.
Well, that's him.
Right.
Right there.
Show me what you got.
There we go. Now get the mage. Yes.
Make her spit on you. I deserved more.
You deserve a slower death. But I ain't got that kind of time. You can thank the Darkspawn for the quick death you got. What a bastard. Oh, here we got some people. I don't like this punk. Huh? No, not this glitch again. Slow and talk to the other guy.
Maker, have mercy. Andraste. Bride of the Maker, have mercy on me. Alstana. Is that you, little sister? No, I don't know you, do I? Are you real? I'm Erminric, Knight Lieutenant of the Denerim Gentry. You aren't one of the Tern's men? I failed in my duties, Maker. Forgive me. I failed, and there's no telling what he's done.
You're a Templar?
Alfstana is a far better man than I would have been, but I don't remember how I came to be here. The Malefica. He had turned blood magic upon Templars and Circle Mages to escape from his tower. Near Redcliffe, I cornered him, but the Tern's men took him from me and brought me here.
His name Jowan?
Yes. He destroyed his phylactery. We were spread out, trying to find him. I was alone. You are real, aren't you? My dreams are so strange now. Please, if you're not a dream, help me.
You realize the door's open, right? You're a free man. Come on. Just ask him, what do you want me to do?
Give this ring to my sister, Alfstana. Tell her I'm sorry. Please, ask her to pray for me.
Who's there? Stay away. You can't do this to me. I'll have you all flayed. I'm the Arl of Denerim.
Dad had asked about who are you?
I'm Vaughan Kendalls, heir to the Arling of Denerim. It's true. Too many of our troops were lost at Ostagar. When the riot started, Howe came with men to reinforce the garrison here. Or that's what he claimed. As soon as I let him into the palace, he threw me in here. One more victim of the Elven uprising, he said. Let me out of here. I'll do anything.
What caused the elves to rebel?
You know how elves are. Every now and then they start to think they're people, and you have to put them back in their proper place.
Oh, man. Man, I should just kill him.
Of course. Anything. Just let me out. I swear you won't regret this.
Segment disproves. I know you do. Fuck. Should have just killed him. Should I reload it? I mean, that's that extra point for the lands meat. But if I do everything right, I won't need it.
What's on your mind?
Man, I swear to...
It is no...
Let's just go. Let me look at what Hal gave me here. Oh, it's for a rogue. Not as good as what he has. Very interesting. Maybe I keep it in my inventory. Maybe it'll transfer to Awakening, and I can give it to Nathaniel. If that's possible. That one guy, he is the worst. I don't know why. Why I let him live.
Task complete. On to the next.
Let's create a separate save.
Done and done.
It is done.
Some soldiers down here. Maybe I want to fight them.
I sense something drawing near.
Yeah, these are the ones we're talking about.
Now we play a little.
Right here, old pal. Aye.
Idle time is wasted time. Let's get on it.
My thanks.
Okay. Angelo Struffer guard. Star Wars reference right there.
Funny. Very funny. We must go quickly and avoid notice. If Hal's people find me, I'll be killed. And my people will insist on escorting me back to the palace, where my father may also have me killed.
Okay. Not a problem for me. I got what I wanted here.
Warden, in the name of the Regent, I am placing you under arrest for the murder of Rendon Howe and his men-at-arms. Surrender, and you may be shown mercy.
You gotta be kidding me.
Bring them down! Loghain wants the Warden, dead or alive.
Enemies approaching!
Time for more battle.
Let's get started. On it. This should be easy enough.
Yes.
make this quick, shall we?
Hard fight, but I'm not going to that dungeon.
This should be easy enough. Right, on it.
Finish him.
I hope I don't get blood all over me again.
There we go. Yeah. Not so tough now, lady. Shouldn't have tried to stop me. I deserve to take down Hal. And you, I'm going to take your summer sword, even though I'm never going to use it. A lot easier to do as a warrior fighting this battle. Because as a mage and as a rogue, I usually get destroyed pretty easily. But I was ready. Let me take a look at this summer sword compared to my other. Starfang is obviously better. Might come in handy some other time. Maybe if it transfers over to Awakening, it might be of use. Perhaps. Alright. I know I can't take this Wade's Dragon Ball armor plate stuff. That's why I have my Legion of the Dead armor in my inventory, because I know I can transfer that. Well, let's get out of here. Nora ran and left us. Kind of skip the whole Fort Dracon thing, which I've done before, and I don't really care for it that much. Because there's a whole scenario similar to it in Awakening, where you have to run to get your equipment back and everything. It's a whole thing. All right, back. We are back.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Sir Catherine's death is a waste, truly. But I suppose it could not be helped.
Right.
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat. Yet even now, I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
Okay, so we rescued you. To what end? Can he still take the throne without you? I don't think so. Is there no way to reason with him? That's the first question,
Perhaps.
even though I know.
It will be more difficult for him, But if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake How is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that How and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as How's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Erlina to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet. But you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
Whatever. And what of Alistair?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough. And decent. But even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Kaelin was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
Why do you think she's trouble?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
I think we should make a better ruler than... No, I don't think so. We aren't planning to dispose of her. And she's single now, right?
Are you thinking you might stand a chance at courtship?
Oh, I didn't mean to say that.
It would be unseemly for her to marry so soon after Kaelin's death. She wouldn't take that risk unless it helps her secure the throne.
Maybe Alistair should marry Honora.
Are you serious? No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me. I'm going to stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Honora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight. Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen, unless they both agreed to it. And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility.
Alistair doesn't know the first thing would be the king. Why is it important to put Merrick's son on the throne?
Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers. We certainly have a great deal to plan.
What do you think he's doing in Alienage?
Maker knows what that man is capable of now. Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Anora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
Okay.
I'm glad you made it safely away. I hear Hao's death has already brought no small amount of cheer to the city.
Makes me feel good too. Did you know Duncan very well?
We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only where he ever let himself down. When I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be able to trace the heart of the Blight and where the Archdemon itself abides. If we want to defeat this Archdemon, we need to know where it is and how soon it might strike.
You going alone? Shouldn't I go with you?
If there were more of us, I would agree. But as it is, I don't think we can deprive all the armies you've gathered of a commander. It's located just off the Market District, in the northern alley past the Nord Noble Tavern. I'll sketch out the code which will let you pass the lock wheel. Inside you can take your pick of whatever equipment remains. It is the stockpile the Wardens have kept for centuries, for the defense of Denerim.
Why did I never remember this?
Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths. It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is. It was near 1,200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Ander soldiers. Apparently they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the Archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, though none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas. Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them, and it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations. Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lad, and very foreign. The Wardens there, they fight Darkspawn like you and me, but they're shaped by the winters there in the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the Wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way.
It would have been nice to see some of that in Veilguard, but Guess they didn't care.
The important thing to remember is none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
Save.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. First, let me say that I knew your family. Eleanor, in particular, was dear to me, and what Hal did was unforgivable. How fitting he died at your hands. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Your throne? Technically, you married into it. You think you're a better candidate than Alistair?
Do you disagree? You are a fellow Grey Warden. What do you think of Alistair's potential to rule? Never mind his willingness.
I think he's a good man. And that's what this kingdom needs. Being a good Earl requires more than ambition. I agree.
Alistair seems like a kind, well-meaning man, and biddable enough. These are admirable qualities, if not kingly ones. He also seems to be a fine Grey Warden, which is exactly why he should remain one and serve the kingdom by defeating the Darkspawn.
How do you know so much about him?
Cailan knew of Alistair. It was Arl Eamon that kept Alistair out of the courts, as Merrick had desired. Oh, there are some who would follow Alistair out of respect for his Therin blood. The others would see this as Eamon grabbing for power. Who else do you think Alistair would turn to for help? Eventually, the nobility would return to the old days of constant warring with each other. Alistair's weakness would destroy everything Merrick built.
Whatever. You don't think they would do the same thing against the commoner? And not a person of Therin blood? They would turn and war against each other over that too. I mean, I disagree with that assessment.
I simply believe that I am what this country needs. I will fight for what I believe. Would Alistair do the same? Thus, I say again, I would welcome your support for the throne if you would give it.
You said my throne before.
For years, I have ruled this kingdom as Cailan's queen. As much as they loved Cailan, all of the Banon knew this to be so. Cailan was a good man, but what is needed now is not another good man, but a good ruler. I sent Erlina here not solely because I thought I needed help, but because I saw an opportunity for us both. I need your support, Warden, and you will need mine. That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
She's being very naive. Because she sees this as not only an opportunity for her to stay on the throne as a commoner, but I guess I don't think they've ever had a woman queen. That's an opportunity too, but she seems to think that this situation can end without her father dying or being in prison, but mainly dying after everything that he did. It's not really possible for me. What happens to Logain if you're queen?
He is my father, as well as a great general, who has served his nation well until now. If there is a way for him to live, I would prefer it.
There isn't, without question. Justice must be done, don't you think?
I will always be my father's daughter, but even I know he must pay for his crimes. It will not make me glad, even so. Does that affect your decision? Can we yet come to an arrangement?
Why not simply marry Alistair? Best of both worlds.
Ignoring that the man looks so much like Cailan, my recently dead husband, if you'll recall, my main fear is that he might govern like Cailan as well. But it is true that Alistair has Theron blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations. A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
What Alistair wants is not important. I think I can convince him.
Let me say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation,
no,
then I would be willing to have him as my king. It is my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow. If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with.
Why would he agree to those terms?
Do you foresee me agreeing to place an untried, unwilling man on the throne otherwise? One whose largest decisions to date have consisted of which shoe to put on first? If it will settle matters more quickly, I am willing to agree to this. But only if it will benefit Ferelden.
She's very arrogant. I'll speak
Do
with him
so.
then.
I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
Wish there was the option to give somebody else Alistair to marry. Just forget about her altogether.
My lady, she will be forever grateful, Warden.
Yeah, I bet. Alright, Alistair.
So I'm guessing someone told Honora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare. She wants to be queen. I get it. I don't trust her any more than her father, but I get it.
What do you think about her?
They say that Honora is smart, determined. She's supposedly the one who's really ruled here, not Cailan. She's her father's daughter. Me? I say that's where the problem lies. People like her and her father always think they're the only ones who can fix things. So everyone should just stay out of their way. What do you think? When the Landsmeet comes, you might even have a say.
I think you should marry Honora. It's just a ridiculous thing to ask him to do, but...
Marry her? As in marriage? As in be her husband?
Yes.
You've spoken to her about this? You did, didn't you? I can't say I like the idea at all. Why should I even consider something like this?
She'll rule while you leave. I think it's the best compromise for peace.
Compromise? Yes, I suppose the Landsmeet would like the sound of that. All right, you've convinced me. If it comes to that, I'll agree to marry her. Make her help us all. Go and tell her, if you think it's a good idea. Me? I think I need a drink. Or 10.
Good.
Warden, let me know if there's any assistance I can give you. We have much to do and little time. We need...
Guess he doesn't have an opinion about that.
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing notes? He has? I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth. To marry Cailan's brother. I suppose stranger things have happened. If it will truly help matters... Is this it, then? I agree to marry Alistair to retain my throne, and in exchange I give you my support. If not, then tell me now.
Marry Alistair, and you have my support.
Done. So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me? Ask me whatever you like.
Does it make you uncomfortable siding against your father?
Of course it does. Do you think me heartless? But how much worse would I be to calmly stay at the side of a man who murdered my husband?
Do you love Cailan?
It seems a strange word to describe a marriage our parents arranged when he was newly born and I still in swaddling clothes, but yes, I loved him. He was reckless, impetuous, and charming. Had he not been king, he would have made a dashing rogue for a band of players. We were a good pairing. He would not have wanted the burden of ruling any more than I would have liked to remain the silent wife in my husband's shadow.
Why did Logain leave Cailan to die? Do you know?
Cailan was so idealistic. The world was his storybook, and he was the hero. My father is different. He's an idealist too, but he knows what idealism costs. They often clashed, but never seriously, never for long. Cailan would always come around to Father's way of thinking eventually. And then the Blight came. Cailan dreamed of uniting all the nations of Thedas against the Darkspawn. It was a dream he wouldn't surrender. What my father saw, however, was the boy he had swaddled inviting Orlesian troops back into the land he had fought to free of them. And for once, my poor, foolish husband wouldn't back down.
You should tell people what really happened to Cailan.
They would not believe it, most of them, even from my lips. Logain is the hero they've looked up to their whole lives. Far easier to believe you or me a liar than him a murderer and tyrant. That's why it will be critical to find some way to discredit him before the lands meet. We must have proof of my father's crimes for the band, or they will never believe us. It was more than just my own loss, but I thank you all the same. Ask me whatever you like.
What do you think will happen after the lands meet?
Do you want me to try my luck at fortune-telling? There was an old woman who read palms in the village of Gwarren when I was a child. She told me that I would have 10 children and be bald as a winter heath when I grew up. I can't say I put much faith in foretelling. What will happen depends much on you, Warden. But you certainly knew that already.
Well, your life not over yet, so it can still happen.
Well, he was once a farmer when he was a boy, if you can believe it. I never could myself. He's useless with plants, for one thing. I remember my mother once asking his help with a sick rose vine. My mother oversaw the rose gardens personally. He touched it. No more than that. And it shed half its leaves like a dog with mange. She never asked for him to help with her roses again. He bought her another one, though. He carried it back from Denerim with the branches overflowing his saddlebag. Despite the thorns tearing him bloody, he wouldn't let anyone else take it. He wanted to be the one to present it to her. My father has his faults, Warden, but he is far from common.
Whatever. Why doesn't he back down?
Because he believes he is right, Warden. He thinks he is the only one who can see Ferelden out of its current crisis, even if it is one he helped engineer. My father is capable of remarkable blindness, but it stems from his love of Ferelden. That is the saddest part of all, I think. I hope not, but I fear it is so, yes.
Why would he ever have trusted our house?
Trust would perhaps be putting it too strongly. My father knew what Howe was, and while I despised the man, I knew that father relied on his political mind. I expect my father thought himself above being influenced by the snake. Truly, I wonder how many of these acts stem from Howe and not my father at all. You may never know.
Well, he helped him do it. Did he plan to overthrow Cailan before Ostagar?
I'm not sure. I had no inkling of my father's plans until Cailan was already dead. I would like to think that my father planned for the worst, but did not truly decide that Cailan was a lost cause until that moment in Ostagar. The alternative is difficult to imagine. Then I wish you luck, Warden.
I haven't been here in a while. Ask away.
Warden, let me know if there's any assistance I can give you. We have much to do and little time.
Think I've persuaded Alistair and Nora to marry.
My hearing must be going. I could swear you just said that Alistair and Honora agreed to marry.
Yep. You don't sound pleased.
Pleased would hardly describe it. Shocked. I'm shocked. If you had come in here and told me they'd both sprouted wings and flown to Devinter, I would be less stunned. This alliance can only help us. Well done, my friend.
Sure.
We need to do all that we can in the few days left to us before the lands meet.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
And turned it against his children.
They shall be named Maleficar, the cursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond.
So much to do! Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts. Straight from Orzammar. Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
Grandmaster Silver right now. Good against Darkspawn and all that. Let me take that. Let me take it. here.
Have you heard the news about How?
Wonderful. Another one. I suppose you're here to ask for a donation too. You're the youngest Kuzland, aren't you? Probably looking for coin or men to take your Termir back then. You're better off asking the Darkspawn. They hold West Hills now.
I think this is the right answer.
Well, I can see how you might miss it. All of southern Ferelden covered by black clouds, the ground rotting beneath your feet, plagues and darkspawn raids going on until even the crows get sick of the smell of carrion. What's a little trifle like that when compared to the important troubles here in Denerim? There's no point talking about it. Leave me. I've nothing for you anyway.
Everyone in the city has. Ryland must be pleased.
That half-blood is as cold as the mountains. Did they not serve together in the war?
Oh, I can hardly speak ill of the sense or conscience of any man simply for wishing Randon Howe dead. You've met him. The man made vipers seem personable.
Well, I didn't say I was shedding any tears over his passing. He never was any friend of mine.
Right.
Right. Let's try again. Let's see here.
Have you heard the news?
Wonderful. Another one. I suppose you're here to ask for a donation too. You're the youngest Kuzland, aren't you? Probably looking for coin or men to take your Ternir back then. You're better off asking the Darkspawn. They hold West Hills now.
I'm here. I'm not here for a handout. I'm a Grey Warden.
Shouldn't you be dead, then? How quick did you cut leash and run at Ostagar? No matter. I've nothing left for you to take, Grey Warden. Not even my sons. You're wasting your time here.
Okay. What happened to your sons?
What do you think happened? Did the Blight escape your notice? War claims the young and strong first, and Plague doesn't care about skill or bravery. There's no point talking.
Everyone in the city has.
I'm not certain if I messed that up or not. Suppose I mention how the Blight is the true threat, but I'm just gonna try one more time. If not,
wonderful. Another. You're the youngest Kuzland, aren't you? Probably looking for coin or men to take your turn. Shouldn't you be dead? No matter. I've nothing left for you to take, Grey Warden. Not even my sons. You're wasting your time here. Gallagher Wolf, Arl of the West Hills, or what's left of them. All of southern Ferelden covered by what's a little trifle like that when compared. There's no...
Everyone in the city.
Alright, let's just say... Let's just apologize or sorry. I don't know what else. I don't actually know if I'm feeling or not anyway.
What? You're the youngest Kuzland, aren't you? Probably looking for coin or men. Shouldn't you be... No matter. I've nothing left for you to take, Grey Warden. Not even my sons. You're wasting your... Well, I can see how you might miss it. All of southern... What's a little There's no...
Everyone in the city has.
Gotta be kidding me.
Ryland must be pleased.
That half-blood is as...
Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. Poor Oswin obviously didn't recognize you. He described you in great detail, but never mentioned you were a Kuzland. I owe you his life.
Will leave no man to suffer at Earl Howe's hands.
When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish Howe still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin?
All I want is for you to speak out against Logain.
Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I am taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Banon. I'll speak with her about this at once.
Oh, I see. So I only can get Wolf to support me by what I say at the Land's Meet. Oh, hi, Sarah. Dragon Age. I love Dragon Age. It's always going well. Let me give you a shout out here. Alright, took care of that.
How fares your brother?
I had hoped to see him while I was in town, but he's made himself scarce. Every time I've called at the Chantry, he's been away. He answers none of my letters.
That doesn't sound like Erminry. I'm sure he's merely busy.
Perhaps. May I help you? This is Ermenric's. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head.
You might ask Loghain.
Loghain? What does my brother have to do with him?
So he's in a dungeon at the Earl's Dinnerham's estate.
A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. You're Bryce Cousland's youngest, are you not? I thought I recognized you. Take this. It's been in my family for generations. Let it be a sign of the friendship between High Ever and Waking Sea. Let me know if you want some of my bowmen when you take back your Tairnir as well.
I like the attention to detail, the fact that they all know me and offer support.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm engaged at present.
I will have to speak with the Grand Cleric about this, and soon, I think.
You know, I've heard about the Orlesian
Allow me.
bards.
I could do that for you. I finished.
The stories I heard were a little racier. It had to do with how a bard assassinated her target, how they were lulled into complacency.
If those stories were true, who would ever agree to entertain a bard in their court?
Oh, I don't know. There's a certain allure to danger, isn't there? And besides, you couldn't all be assassins, could you? I'd take my chances. If the stories were true, that is.
We had rules about that sort of thing. Strict rules.
Such as? You're not going to tell me, are you?
Let's just say I had plenty of reasons to join the Chantry, shall we? And leave it at that. What? Now.
Will you be attending the funeral?
No.
No? But he was a friend of yours, was he not? You served in the same regiment under Merrick.
Brendan Howe was no friend of mine. The boy I knew died at the Battle of White River.
But I heard that his family will not make the trip from Amaranthine. Will you let him go to the flames unmourned?
That he didn't die years ago is the only thing worth mourning here.
You didn't like Hal either?
What can I get you, stranger?
False witness. Never seen that before.
If it isn't the champion who succeeded in the quest for the Sacred Urn, I had not expected to see you so soon. I've written to the Chantry, telling them of your adventures. They are interested in having me lead an expedition. What do you think of that? I'm quite excited.
It's great news, Brother Genetivi.
You made this all possible. I could never thank you quite enough, but I'm certainly going to try. Here, take this reward. I want you to have it. It will certainly do more good in your hands than lying around in this dusty house, eh? And the Arl is in Denerim for the Landsmeet? I was relieved to hear that he is alive and well. It really is a miracle. And now, if you will excuse me, I have so much to prepare for. I wish Waylon was here to see all this.
Hey, could he give me? Spirit Ward. Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go look at that vault in the warehouse for Grey Wards. There we go. Just disappeared. Duncan's shield? Why did I never remember that? Let's see. Axe of the Grey. High Constable's mace. Interesting. Griffin's helm. Map and veils. How did I never get this stuff before? This is ridiculous. +2 to all attributes, armor +3. I mean, it's still better than that. Axe of the Grey. Not that powerful. Bonus damage to Darkspawn, though. High Constable's mace. I'm gonna need either of those.
Your desire?
Okay. Regular one-hand axe. Give Alistair the Duncan's shield.
This shield, it's Duncan's, isn't it? That's his crest.
Thought maybe you might want it.
Thank you. Truly, I had no idea his shield wasn't with him. This is perfect. I don't know how else to express my gratitude. This means a great deal to me. I can't believe you remembered it at all.
That's right. Of course I remember it.
I'll treasure this. Thank you.
Did you put it on right away? Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that from you. Let's go ahead and put Kaylin's shield back on. Let's see here. It's somewhat better. Yeah, I know. I gave it as a gift and I'll take it back. It's alright. It's alright. couple places I want to go. I want to do this quest. Lake Calenhad. Let's see how's near Lake Calenhad. A can of red side. Rootly does in stores in Dinnerum. Stores in Dinnerum. Let's try this magic shop. Maybe he's just in here. Well, there we go.
I knew this was coming. Spent all the coin preparing, so I ain't dying over it.
Warden says it's
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to the wonders of Thedas. We carry items crafted by the Circle, as well as a variety of antiquities. Is there anything you would like to see?
Orzammar, and what else? Lake Calenhad.
Dwarven crafts. Fine
Fine dwarven crafts, straight from Orzammar. Here we go.
They're from the guild! I know that's the one they hired! Stop them!
Warden senses tingling. Here we go!
I cannot be defeated.
Skinny. The irony, I guess. Oh, he helped us. Thanks.
Make her rest the souls of all, Templar and Mage, who gave their lives defending the Circle. May they find peace at last.
Good to see you again.
No, I'm pretty close to the Landsmeet, but man, I'm super tired. Orzammar. What do we got here?
Darkspawn approaching. What's for them blood? As you wish.
Is that the best you've got?
As you wish. On it. As it's so. Move and parry! Strike and kill! Right, a little frantic? Ha, I can see why. As you wish. This should be easy enough. As you wish. This should be easy enough. Right.
Our tribe fights for you, Warden.
Doubt he's in here anywhere.
It's hard to believe we have a king again. I suppose the ancestors truly favor the Aedukans.
No, we gotta be outside. Down to the door to let him sit inside, Orzammar. Orzammar.
So tell me, was the Tower of Magi everything you thought it would be?
Abominations running rampant? Templars ready to slaughter every mage in sight? Yes, it rather met all my expectations.
You don't think you might have been better off getting your training there, instead of whatever your mother taught you?
You're right. My mother didn't nearly have as many abominations running about. That certainly would have improved my education.
I'll give you that one.
I'm so relieved.
What is he doing?
This about the guild? I swear, I didn't tell them anything. I just took the sovereigns.
Why are we always attracting danger?
Yes!
That dude, he didn't even have guards. Man, you killed the 3 false witnesses. Man.
There was a riot in Highever last night. Spoke to a merchant. I heard there was another in Guaren. Folks are angry, that's for sure. I'm angry. What the Regent's done, that just isn't right. You can't go treating Ferelden lords like lackeys.
Maybe so. Should talk about it after the Darkspawn are done.
Maybe the Regent isn't the only one who can do something about the Darkspawn. You ever think of that?
Let's go here, drop some stuff off. Might have to end it early because I am falling asleep. Might pick it up some more tomorrow. Alright, I'm not taking that. Care about that. Surface helm, I might want to keep that with me.
What can I do for you, Warden? Certainly.
Right. Let's see here. Alright, well, I am pretty tired. I only played for like, not even 3 hours yet, but I'm gonna have to cut this one short because I am falling asleep here, and I'm not really focusing on what I'm doing. So I want to say tomorrow, but Sunday I usually either don't stream or I play random games. So maybe I'll play this tomorrow, but I'll pick it up again because I don't. It's taking me too long to wrap this up with everything else I got doing in my everyday life. But I'm pretty exhausted, so I'm gonna cut it short for now. For anybody who watched, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.